we don't have a template high yet, so like bear with us.
Yeah.
But the moral of the story is hi, and welcome
Uh,
to the fourth episode. I mean,
we
I
are
guess we're
going
still
consistently for a month, which is like
yes.
crazy.
I mean, by our
This
standards, that's basically like we are CEOs of a company now. We have done what we said we would for this long. Is like whoa, celebrate. But
and also,
also,
what
yeah, I don't
else
want to
are we
be
doing for?
judgy.
Hmm,
Everybody should celebrate these little victories. Okay, it is important. So don't be too
yeah,
hard on yourself and be like only if I reach perfection. No,
hmm,
छोटो victories.
yes, Gyan
Sorry,
after death.
random deep gyan in between. But yeah, we finished the first set of the 36 questions, and there are two more sets to go, and each set is supposed to be more deep. So we'll see. So we'll do set two today. Okay. Cool. So let me ask you the first question. Okay. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
Anything at all? Oh, I have actually thought about this one.
Yeah.
So, where there are these memes where it goes, "Oh God, please tell me the purpose of life," and then the God says all that the purpose is a man-made construct and
Oh
blah blah
God.
blah blah. And then
Yeah.
this person goes, "Oh, okay, so you also don't know, right?"
Yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah, yeah. So, but kind of similar. I want to ask that what path should I take? And is there any one particular combination of things which, if I do, then I'll truly be satisfied and happy with my life? That's what I want to ask the crystal ball. Like, what should I do to be happy?
Right.
Or, like, I guess ultimate happiness nobody gets, but like
Yeah.
most possible in my life
Huh,
potential. Like, what?
like if you're 80% happy, then you're cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
what is the best combination of things which I need to do in my life to achieve that? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'd ask. You?
That's fair. Yeah, but I agree. Like I first of all, there'd be a disclaimer. It's like if you're gonna give me some Krishna type abstract answer, no, I want like direct implementable answer first of all. Don't be like
Exactly, yeah.
it's all in your mind. It's up to you. No, no. I want answer.
Or like a riddle.
Exactly. I get very annoyed when they used to do that, dude. Especially Krishna. Okay, like, but this, but I'm like, no, dude, don't complicate stuff. Okay, just tell me what I'm supposed to do. But yeah, I think somewhat that right now we're in that phase where we're like, what's the meaning of anything? 20s. So yeah, I think that's the most pressing question right now is which uh, specifically work because we're spending a lot of time on work and we will be for a while. So
Mm.
like yeah, like you said, what field would I be like like most majority of the times happy with? Not just happy, it's like derive meaning from and you feel like you're being
Mm.
adding value of some
Yeah.
sort. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's true.
basically, life satisfaction and
Yeah.
purpose. Mm. It's a question on everyone's mind. So,
All the time.
what is the answer? Someone tell. But
Exactly.
I guess
And
there's no one right answer, no?
that's what, but I don't want God to give me such answers also. I'm like, you're God. You've seen the future, so you should know what happens. It's like the Doctor
Yeah,
Strange
in
thing,
my
no?
life.
Like, there are 14 million possibilities, but there's only one where you are this. So tell me that one
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in riddles and in stories. And yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know this book, Midnight Library?
I
In
have
that
heard of,
also,
yeah, it's a
oh,
phenomenal.
okay, so no spoilers. But in
Huh.
in the thing, she explores multiple different uh, things she could have done, like in career and in each different life, some small action of hers would have changed something else around her
Oh,
and all of that.
that's true.
So that's the
Nice.
thing. Yeah. And she explores her different careers and different lives, and she wonders what could have been and all that. And that's the thing. In each of them, she's half happy and half sad.
Ah.
So you can't, so there is not one way in which it's like max happiness because in
Mhm.
every life. So even if you tell God to give me the best possible scenario, there can be multiple there. So which one will he pick? I mean, he better know.
Arey,
create
हाँ,
a
that's what
big
that says. Headache, he's God for a reason. Like, if I ask you, then yeah, it's valid for you to say, Arey, there are multiple these things. But I'm asking
yeah,
God. So,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. Like,
exactly,
be थोड़ा तो credibility होना चाहिए ना for you being
exactly.
God.
And even if there is multiple, you pick one for me, then yeah,
Ah,
I don't care.
exactly. Lord. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, but read
Let's.
that book, dude. Read that book. It's kind
It's
of
been on my
similar.
list, believe me, for like, oh God, dude, that list of
Yeah,
books. Never mind.
I know,
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so next question. Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time, or haven't you done it?
Today only we were talking about
Yeah,
this, right?
this question should come with like a trigger warning or something.
Oh God. Okay, so first thing is many things I wanted to do for a long time. Like I had like a very intense bucket list, which is like start a
Remember?
company, go on a world tour, and specifically recently I've been obsessed with going to Italy and Greece, and I had like a whole plan and everything. And third thing is, which is a very small thing, I wanted to go to a music festival, which I had tickets to, which I stayed up all night, and I was like, oh my God, I have to get those early bird tickets, and I got it. And why have I not done it yet? So, like, the simple answer is this is so sad, but like, I've stopped wanting to do these things. Like, that is the sad part. Like, I don't know what happened. I had so much josh to do all of these things, and eventually, I want to get those josh back. But right now, I just sold those tickets yesterday, and I'm the saddest part is that I didn't feel sad about selling them. I was like, huh, okay, take. You at least enjoy. I was like,
Oh,
ah, that was the part I felt sad about. I was like, I prayed for this, and then hopefully, eventually, all this want to do things comes back. Because otherwise, what's the point of having freedom if you don't even want to do anything anymore? Like, oh, now you can do everything, but you don't want to do anything. Like, oh my God, crazy.
no, but that's what I was gonna say. Like right now, you literally cannot. It's not. It's
Hmm.
too difficult. It's almost really impossible. It's not difficult. It's like nope, not gonna
Yeah,
happen. It's not you not wanting it. It's you being practical and being like, you know what, it's not gonna happen. It's fine. Whenever, so I'm saying whenever you get that freedom, it'll all come back. There's no like that's it, dude. That's what's stopping you.
I
Again, I
hope
keep
so.
telling you,
I
right?
hope
Like
that's the thing.
you need stimuli to respond to. So if you have stimuli, your body will respond to it in how it's supposed to. Right now, if
Yeah,
there's absence of it, then what can you do? Like you can't help it.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
And also, it's this COVID thing, dude, that has had a such a deep seated like trauma about this. Any plan you make, I'm even scared of telling people at some point because I'm like, I don't know what will happen till then. It might not work out. So that's still there.
Yeah.
It's like even 1 month, 1 month from now, if I've made a plan, I'm like, Arey, I don't know, let's see, let's not like put it out there because otherwise it'll be jinxed or something. But we all have that thing since lockdown because I remember
It,
especially I feel like after the second wave, right, when it was getting better and then going back, like because every time it was like you were shown the light and then you're like, no, 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 wait, a little bit more. So yeah, that's gonna be there for a while. I feel like we're gonna be impacted by it.
yeah.
And what a timing for everything. But yeah.
Your turn.
Okay. What have I dreamed of doing is a big word. Yeah, so for me, at least for now, I've been obsessed with wanting to do a night dive, and I haven't done it yet because again, it's not as easy as it sounds. So, छोटू level पे dreams, it's cool, like playing badminton again, or like I don't know, going on a trek or something. That is okay. But the big one would be, yeah, I want to do a night dive at some point. So we'll see when that happens. Okay. Anyway, next question. Let's
Hmm.
go. Oh God, this is a big one. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life? No pressure.
Ah, yeah, so in the 27 years of my life,
Yikes.
my greatest accomplishment is
Don't say it like
hmm,
that. Like, come on.
I Yes.
Like, yeah, it
I mean,
was.
of course, yeah, of course, like that's also another thing that we always compare ourselves with people who have done better. We hardly ever compare ourselves with people who like wish they had a life or a mind or whatever that we have. So we never compare ourselves that way. It's always like, oh, you're
Negative.
doing this
Yeah.
without FOMOing. Yeah. But anyway, okay. So my greatest accomplishment is so I've been on 2 solo trips by
Yeah.
myself. Yeah, which is great. And the first one was like completely unplanned, which I went on my own like in the middle of the night and just like bust, no bookings, no nothing. So that was amazing. And I had a great time and I like learned a lot about myself on that trip and everything. Of course, it didn't fix anything. I came back and I was still sad after a while. But it was, rejuvenating. So that was great.
Mhm.
And the second solo trip was international to Bali, which was also great. What else? It's not like an accomplishment. I think it's like something I feel good about that I have now finally surrounded myself with people who I don't feel like I have to impress.
Mm.
Like I'm comfortable with my friends, and at least I don't have to be anything different, or I don't feel like I have to be cooler to be
Right.
liked or anything. So no people pleasing and overall people pleasing tendencies also I'm like slowly starting to reduce. So that's something. And yeah, I have come to acceptance of life. I don't feel bad anymore as much about accomplishments. So more, what do you call it?
Secure.
Level-headed
Yeah.
now, I guess. Secure. Yeah, more. Long way to go, but
Yeah.
much better now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is a
for sure.
very, that's an underrated quality though, because not everyone does the work that goes behind like reaching that. And it takes work. It's very, it doesn't, there's no switch that just goes off, be like, okay, now I like myself, everything is good. It doesn't work like that. You have to
Yeah,
go through quite a
yeah.
bit to, I mean, for
Yeah,
some of
and
us at
also
least.
self-awareness, right? You have to know
Yeah.
that what you're doing is people pleasing, or you have to be
Yeah.
aware that this is what is happening and what you can do about
Yeah, like for
it.
all
So,
these naturally confident people, great, but everyone has work to do. So it's not just, they'll have different things they have to work on. It's just that. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't just happen. Yeah, so cool. As like we keep criticizing, saying we have like we're old school, so we're like 50 year olds maybe already. But that's such a good thing also. We're maybe
Yeah,
wiser than
right, right.
the
Yeah,
average person. So who knows? That's a very big claim, but you know what I mean.
exactly. Yeah. Your answer to this question.
Okay. Uh, Greatest accomplishment. One thing I'm gonna say is getting into triple IT at least, because I remember I was in this quota type place for 2 years, and it was obviously not easy. And that's some. I
Mm,
feel like that's one thing that I have worked on like insanely. Like there was no doubt that like I hadn't, given it like my best shot. So because in school and in before that you're used to being like one of the good ones without putting in that much effort. You're like, yeah, I'm one of the good kids. Not much required. But when you get out there, you are like everyone is on steroids first of all in such places because they are like everybody wants to be the be number one, and you're like,
I
wait, what
swear.
happened? It's like calm down. So yeah,
Mm,
that took some time to get used to, but yeah, that was one important thing. And recently, though, yeah, I would say, speaking of trips, the I went to on not a solo trip because I joined a group, but semi-solo trip, international trip, and did got my scuba diving certification. So yeah, that was insane. Again,
yeah.
even there,
So proud of you.
it was not that easy. Also, I had done scuba before, but it was just like tandem, like I'd gone with somebody, and this one was not that straightforward. But yeah, it was so much fun. So again, you feel even
Yeah,
better because you push something and then you got something fun out of it, not just
exactly.
something you
Yeah.
had to do. Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
yeah.
went to an amazing like place and
I
you got your
snorkeled with
certification like it's like
whales,
it is
FYI.
so
So
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah, that was insane.
amazing. Like once in a lifetime experience. And imagine if like you had missed it because
Yeah,
you didn't have anyone to go with or something. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, that was also a
too
very
good.
impulsive
Yeah.
thing, which I like. Everyone should be impulsive every once in a while. I remember it was still amidst little COVID, this thing, that thing. But I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Enough. Like, just go. There's no.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why. Oh, there's this nice video. But anyway, like breakdowns are important basically, because when you snap, like magic happens after. So yeah.
Magic house happens outside your comfort zone.
Totally. डर के आगे
Yeah.
जीते हैं. But yeah, we don't endorse Mountain Dew. Anyway.
Yeah, but if you want to sponsor us, if you're one of the 3 people who are subscribed to us right now,
Yeah, by any chance, then sure. So yeah, these two. But yeah, I like that. Like I like your answer about being more secure. I feel like we've had so many conversations where our past selves we've been like, seriously, what an idiot. Like and not in a very mean, judgy way, in a oh poor thing kid, like that. So
yeah,
that's progress
yeah,
itself. You have to be forgiving of your flaws, because there's no tough love is crap. You can't shame yourself into being better. Don't try that.
mm,
Be nice, and that's why it takes so long. I feel like you have to sit with it and be like, you know what, it's okay, I'll be fine.
yeah.
um,
It's like inner child, like
yeah,
literally younger versions of yourself. You're comforting
yeah,
and seeing that they were trying hard,
exactly, yeah,
and yeah,
yeah.
and be compassionate, I guess. Yeah.
So yeah, I
Mm.
feel like we've actually, weirdly, COVID even helped with that. So it's not all bad things. Like it sort of slowed stuff down for us to maybe think more and
Mm.
like
Mm.
reflect more than we already do. We're obsessed with introspection, but we had the right environment to do that, I think. So that was also cool.
Yeah. Forced to spend more time with ourselves
Yes, yes,
and without distractions like our usual
yeah,
work and stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was a very messed up meditation format, but yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Something good out of a bad thing. So
life.
why not?
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay, cool. Let's go to the next question. What do you value most in a friendship?
Cute question. Oh, I already kind of answered this, right? What I value most is I'm not trying
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
Like I can just be myself,
yeah,
and I am not feeling like I have to prove myself in any way, and that I just know that they understand. Oh, and that's one more thing. Like recently, I'm valuing more and more the fact that my friends can just understand what I'm saying without me having to provide like a whole explanation and context and all that.
yeah,
Because we're all going through the same things, kind of.
yeah,
So we've already kind of talked about it and we've grown together. So when we reach that point now, I can say whatever and you completely understand. Like if I say something like, oh, I'm feeling imposter syndrome in this new project, like you'll just get it because
yeah,
first of all, we've been talking about it, and also like I don't know how it has happened that all my friends are also in the same like
yeah.
we are all trying to be more self-aware and we read the same kind of terms, and I don't think it takes much, just like follow
Insta.
like the same accounts on Insta
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah, and also we also influence each other, right? Like we share all these articles with each other, so I guess we all have
yeah,
come into the same circle. So again, like no need to set the definition of like if I say emotional labor, like you'll just get it. So I
exactly.
don't have to spend more time explaining it, which is like so rare and so valuable
Yeah,
because I've realized that when I'm like talking to someone new and I say something and then they'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? And then again I'll have to explain the whole thing and then I explain how it relates to me and what I'm doing. So it's like I know every new friendship relationship has to build that, but what I'm saying is I value now in my friendships that I can just be understood.
yeah,
Just be and just be understood.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean, a part of it is that we know each other for a while. It's almost
exactly.
like a
Yeah,
decade, and
yeah.
that was the most important decade, I feel like, of like it's like
Mm,
defining decade, right? So 18 to say
exactly.
27, 28. That's insane. Like that's the point where you
It's
become you, I guess.
you.
Not become,
Yeah.
you're
When you're all
figuring it out.
learning
Yeah,
and growing. Yeah.
Yeah.
when you're all learning and growing together and
Yeah.
like sort of influencing each other a little bit, like coming to the same
Oh
conclusions
yeah,
or
yeah, for
learning from
sure.
each other
And also they say like you're
as
the sum
well.
of like five people that are like closest to you, right?
Closest. Yeah,
So it makes
yeah,
such a big difference. That's true. Yeah, but
yeah,
I think so, yeah. I think for me also the answer would be similar. It's basically safety, right? You feel
yeah,
safe in the sense that you can be yourself. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be conscious about anything at all. So it's the best kind of safety there is. And I know
yeah,
some people equate it with boring. Maybe it's like, what do you mean safe? But that's it's in the best
yeah,
way. Like we can be
yeah.
completely ourselves, in fact, only when we feel that kind of safe this
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
So that's
Right.
for sure. And I feel like even like in a friendship, I'd say even authenticity, dude. Like I can't if you're not being honest, then there's no point really. Up for
Mm.
anything, like how you want us to be even, or like boundaries, right? They're important because I feel like you even in friendships they matter. You can't just take anybody for granted. So being honest about
So
it
true.
is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also trust. Like you should be able to trust that your friend has your best interest in heart, and like
Yeah.
you should be able to trust them with information about yourself, trust them with being vulnerable. And that's how safety comes, right?
Yeah.
You are allowed to be yourself and you know that they are not going to
Yeah, for
misuse this
sure.
information.
Because talking
Or
about such
yeah,
deep things, even it's a big deal. It's not just, like we might joke about it, but it's very important. And if someone is gonna use that against you, oh God. So yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So if they're yeah, trust is true. I That's what I meant by authentic, I guess. If you can, they're their real self, and then you can be your real self.
yeah.
So you're not
Oh,
always guessing if they are Kiare, what is their intention? What do you mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm glad we have friends like that.
yeah, dude, like we
Like
got
what
very
we want.
lucky. I mean, we found our kind basically, uh,
Yeah,
especially with
really.
us not being the most conventional young people, I would say. Because there's so many categories that we don't exactly fit in. Like, we're not
Like
extroverts,
what?
we're not outgoing too
Party kinds,
much.
parties.
Huh, that's what I
Okay,
mean. Like,
okay.
what is tech ideal, like mostly expected from this age group? We don't fall into those patterns. So, but we still found each other. So, yeah, there's hope.
I think. I think it's college. It's like forced to be in the same environment. Otherwise, we would never have like
Hmm.
probably met or
Hmm.
been friends. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so
That's why it's
important
more
to
and
be
more
in like environments like that. Yeah,
yeah. That's why it's more and more difficult to make friends as you grow up because there's no shared context. Like you have
right.
your own lives, but yeah. College was our life basically, a common experience.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, yeah. So I also highly recommend everyone to stay in hostels,
Yes.
and
Oh my God.
that's
For
the best
so many
place to form
reasons.
bonds.
So many
Especially when
reasons.
like even with people who on an outward level you don't have much in common with, like in background is that but just staying in the same place because the same floor together just sharing meals together
Yeah.
often is just going to show you how much in common you have with people
Yeah.
on a deeper level.
And
Yeah,
also, you're not in an environment where there's an adult who's going to supervise you. You are your own adult. So you have to be
yeah,
a parent and a child, and you have to be a good
yeah,
parent and a good child. So you learn that
yeah,
when you're in a
yeah,
hostel kind of environment. And it's
yeah.
amazing. It's literally how animals, right? They learn either from siblings or like social skills, correct? So it's almost
Hmm.
that you need your peers to be around you to pick up on survival skills. It's as simple as that. Um, that's
Actually.
why animals born in captivity and all go nuts. They can't function. So yeah,
Mm,
have that.
yeah. And humans are social after all. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're animals only. So why bother even thinking that we're anything? Like, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, okay. What is your most treasured memory? They're getting deep, dude. It's gonna make me like,
Most treasured memory.
like you have
Actually,
to
you
go
know,
to your depths of your mind to. extract.
I've been trying to do that more consciously. So I went to Dandeli with my friends,
Yeah.
and like we were in the middle of a river, like while doing river rafting, and then we were just floating, and there were mountains, and there was nobody. We could hear birds, and there was forest all around. And I consciously was like, remember this moment. This is
Oh,
like the best moment of this. Like remember everything in such a way that later when you think about it, you will be able to describe it and write about it. Like
yeah,
remember how the waves feel on your legs, remember the sounds, remember like the
yeah.
colors. Like it's so important to savor moments because such simple moments are what, if you just savor it, they become so important and treasured.
That's true.
If like you are just fleeting by life, then even amazing moments you'll miss. Whereas if you're just savoring it, just simple moments can be so cool.
I don't have an answer. It would be scuba only. It would be my latest
Yeah,
scuba dive, where the first ocean dive that was like by myself, basically, like
yeah,
unaccompanied by anybody. And
mm,
again, like I said, we had this pool training and all that, and I didn't do greatly in it, so I was very, very upset the whole time. But I
I
was
know.
in the ocean, and I was like, I got this. So it was cool.
Ah, the ocean makes us so happy, no? We
Yeah.
had such a nice time in Andaman. We should go again.
Oh God. Yeah, I've like we're complete beach babies. Like there's no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, yeah. So that was our treasured memories.
Hmm.
Oh, but you didn't mention that you saw whales. I mean, how can that not be a treasured memory, dude?
That's what I'm saying. Funnily
Or
enough,
scuba.
the first scuba thing was more
Yeah,
this
yeah,
thing, because whales, again, we were didn't have to do much by ourselves. No, we
right.
were just there. But
Yeah.
scuba,
But also
like
it was the
it was
same
big.
trip, so cool.
Cool. Okay, what is next? Okay, what is your most terrible memory?
Oh God.
Yeah,
You know, like sometimes I feel it's a privilege that our terrible memories are not that terrible. Like at least for me, I
of
haven't
course.
seen many like deaths, unexpected deaths especially. So
Touch
thank
wood.
God,
Yeah.
like COVID, especially after COVID, like nothing happened and overall also so like not unexpected. So so there's no like I didn't have a pet, so I never felt anything about pet time also. So yeah, so like my most terrible memory is um yeah, I think there was one moment where I felt like I was completely shattered over something that someone said about. Uh, it was not their fault. It's just that they didn't like me.
Mhm.
And yeah, so yeah, it was just something which wouldn't work. I was completely shattered because I felt like it was more me torturing myself basically, thinking I was not good enough, or that if I had done something differently, or if I was just cooler, if I was just funnier, if I
Mhm.
was just more chill and not so,
Yeah.
demanding, So yeah, that's when, but also with that terrible memory comes like slowly I grew. I understood
Yeah.
what I need and what I want, and I felt I understood that I should give up and not shame myself about not being a better person. Give up this idea of like, if I
Yeah.
try hard enough, then this will happen. And really, I think that you shouldn't have to try hard. In some things should just
For sure.
it should be easy to be loved as you are. Because
Yeah.
everyone deserves it, and I'm not like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
terrible
You
person
don't
that I
have
wouldn't
to
deserve it.
earn
Yeah.
it by being a particular thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So terrible memories say lessons came, but that being said, I would prefer if these lessons didn't have to be learned.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, ideally it should just, yeah, but of course, so terrible memory was that I had to, it was just me hating myself. That was a terrible memory.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, for me also, I feel like there's two answers. One would be that, yeah, in COVID, so I'm really close to my grandparents. Like, they super super close to them. And in COVID, around the second wave only, I think they were both of them were detected positive, and that was just thank God that they recovered and they're all okay now. But that phase was insane because even we were super super scared. You don't know what you have to do, and also like no matter what you're feeling, you have to keep it aside and be there and like
Right.
on your feet all the time.
Mm.
So I remember I didn't even tell anybody about it for a long time because I was like, you know what, I don't care. I need to focus on like being helpful right now.
Mm.
I don't care what I feel. It's okay. And also, it's weird. Like I was like, why didn't me or like my younger brother or someone get it? Because my granddad had to be hospitalized for a while, and that was also very, yeah, that was
Heavy.
horrible. I was like, this is like earth shattering stuff. I can't deal with it. But yeah, thank God it went okay.
Mm.
And yeah, again, most terrible as in there was no one specific incident, but yeah, these things last for a while. I feel like where maybe 2019 only. It was not going well. Like I was super super. I was not taking care of myself at all. I was doing everything I could to worsen it, which is like a vicious cycle. Like you feel bad, but then you do exactly what will fuel it, and there's no breaking that loop, which was very weird. So I'm like, that is the worst. Like nobody should be in such a space ever.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
So
think like you said, we need to hit that rock bottom to,
yeah,
realize this has to stop. Otherwise, if you're in like medium
yeah.
badness, we'll just keep continuing that for a
And
long time.
also you will get complacent. You will be like, yeah, this is
Yeah.
okay for me.
Yeah.
So you won't bother to improve. I feel like again
Exactly.
we're not saying that you should do extreme shit because we've been trying to be moderative like for so long. Moderative is a word, I don't know. We've been trying to have moderate levels of emotion and action for so long, but yeah, breakdowns are important sometimes. And
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like from a breakdown only you learn moderation. I don't know.
I guess.
Eventually,
But
yeah.
that being said, we don't wish for breakdowns on
No,
anyone.
no, not at all. Because when
Try to
that's
learn
happening,
lessons
yeah,
without breakdowns. And also, if you don't learn some lessons, it's fine. Your life
yeah.
will still
No,
go
and
on. You'll
also
learn them in other ways.
learn lessons not only from yours but others' breakdowns also. Don't
Yeah, yeah,
wait for it to
I
happen to
swear.
you. Yeah. So
Yeah.
cautionary tales. There are lots. There are
Yes.
lots.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah,
Mm.
have enough experiences to go through this. That's the moral of the story. There's no. That's what when people say you should have had heartbreaks before you get married or something. That's what they mean. You should have enough experiences to know yourself, to know
Mm.
the what you want, what you like, what you don't
Yeah.
like. So yeah, go out there, bro. Just
Just live
uh,
your life.
yeah, G dog
Just
apni
feel
zindagi.
fully and live fully. And yeah, pain is a part of it,
Yeah.
but hopefully you'll learn from it. Yeah.
No, there's no choice. If you want to live properly, you have to learn from it. Because otherwise, also, I feel like the same lessons will keep repeating over and over until you kind of
Until, yeah,
break the toxic loop. So,
pattern. Yeah.
yeah. So, we're good actually. It's all okay. It's cool.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. These are getting more and more like messed up.
Intense.
Okay, okay. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, what would you change anything about the way you are now living and why?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because I feel like if you are dying, some things don't matter, right? Some things which we're building for the long term
Yeah.
don't matter anymore. So,
Right.
like, you can just quit your job and just
Yes.
spend all the money that you have earned on things which actually will make you happy. And you don't have to have a job at all if you don't want to, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, what I would do is I would quit my job first thing. Not because I hate it, but because, like, I
You
need
don't
all the
need
time
to.
to do, yeah, I need all
Yeah.
the time to do other things.
Yeah.
And I would go on all trips as many countries as possible, hit it one by one, at least see the seven wonders,
Yeah.
and like have all these experiences which I always thought, oh, I can't die without these things. Like random experiences I have, like I can't die without having seen a lion pride because I've grown
Okay.
up. Yeah, I know, random. Grown up watching documentaries, so I'm like, how can I die without seeing a lion in the wild? No way. Yeah. But anyway, so like all of these random stuff, and I would start an NGO and help orphans, or like in my recent, what I want to do is like help Indians uh, get more showcased in terms of arts, like in music and dance specifically, because we have so many people who have talent, but
Yeah.
and we have the capability to be worldwide famous. I know Bollywood is already famous and all that, but just like, yeah, so I want to help start an NGO to help underprivileged people take up arts as careers without having to worry. So that's what I want to do. And yeah, I want to spend a lot of my time with friends and my family. I want to
Yeah.
spend time um, reconnecting with friends who have like stopped talking for whatever reason. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I want to pamper all my friends and yeah, and be open up and be more vulnerable with my family, be more loving. Yeah. So
Right.
that's what I would do in 1 year. You?
Mm. Similar. Again, travel is, I feel like it'll be a lot of people's answer because, again, memories are important. But yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, I feel like by the end of it, at least on and off, I'd want to spend as much time with my family as I could because
Mm.
they're your people, like family, friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have like specifics on it. But yeah, for sure, I think I'd do as many scuba dives as I can. Like that's one thing. I would take my whole family to live on the beach somewhere, on some beach, so
Oh,
that you can have
oh my
both.
God. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be so cool.
like soak in how much ever ocean you can before you die.
I swear.
Uh, Ocean and family, yeah. For now,
Yeah.
seem okay.
Yeah. Last few
Hmm.
months, like the entire month, I'll just be like rent an island and we'll all live there.
Yeah,
Party.
exactly. Exactly. Just have a
Yeah.
private beach
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And yeah, do everything that you've ever loved. So like one day
Mm.
go for badminton. Why one
Yeah.
day? Like do
Every
every
day.
single thing, like sketch, dance, paint,
Hmm.
whatever.
Just,
Play,
just be.
sport. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Everything you possibly can. Um, but yeah, another thing would be, I think, like I'd try to save up some of my money, maybe if that's possible, and like just some sort of like charity, I guess. Because I don't know, it feels weird also to spend everything that you had on yourself. Like
Mm.
that's a little much. Yeah, some of it you should maybe give
Right.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that's the smallest gesture you can make. So there's so many people doing good, like support.
When you said I'll save up some amount of money, I thought you were gonna say ki, in case I don't die.
Yeah. No, 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 no.
I was like, actually, we do have that level of anxiety in planning. Ki like, in case. Like nothing is impossible, so we'll just keep
Oh,
overthinking all the time.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
This much also no, dude. They're telling no. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I trust. I wonder if we ask this question to ourselves, say 10 years down the line or 20 years down the line, and we'll be like, actually, I think it's okay. Like, not that much. I have my family.
Yeah.
I'll go on a trip with them somewhere,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure at
Maybe
any point, anyone's going to be like, I'll quit my job. And regardless of how
how
much you
much you
love it,
love it. Like
yeah,
who wants to go to work every day? Like work is
yeah.
effort, right? Anything is effort. Yeah. If you're
And
gonna die anyway,
yeah, this is a separate
why?
episode, by the way, about passion and
Oh, for sure.
job.
Yeah. We have another
Because,
whole episode talking about our work, and we'll
yes,
probably call either one of our like work friends.
yes,
So we'll take their
yeah.
perspectives as well. Yeah.
Also, how we have changed from being freshers into now, say, years experience.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even we've changed a lot on how we view our jobs and our careers and all of that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, separate
Stay
episode.
tuned.
Yes. Okay.
Wait, let me
Okay.
stop laughing.
Lol.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so last question of set two. Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic of your partner. Share a total of 5 items.
partner here, matlab partner in this
Yeah,
game, right?
in this game. And
Yeah,
also we know each other for about a decade, so we are very legit,
yeah.
like credible
Answer.
to answer these questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, do you want to go first? Go first. It's going to be very similar. I'm going to give disclaimer now only.
And we are like, we're gonna
Yeah.
keep saying the same things because we literally think the same thing and we are similar now.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, but wait, let me start.
Okay.
Actually, I was thinking about this uh, recently
Hmm.
that the first thing which I admired about you, like ages back, I thought you were very straightforward. Like you
Okay.
didn't, I wrongly assumed, I guess, that you don't overthink or try to, or maybe,
Hmm.
and also maybe you were at that point, like at least not as much as me, like in the sense that you didn't care that much about what other people thought of you. So you were very open. I remember this one particular incident where you, me, and one of our friends were walking together in college
Okay.
campus, and one of our classmates, they were like, "Hey, why are you walking like that?" And you didn't even think, and you turned and you
Yeah.
said, "Why are you talking like that?"
I remember this. Yeah, because they were annoying her with, because they were like irritating her because she's lazy or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. So I really looked up to, like, first thing is that you were pretty straightforward and that you could come up with something on spot. Uh, I was like, oh, me too. I have to like think of 100, like I have to go back, then think of the argument, then come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
very
my
straightforward. I like that.
roasting capabilities. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a long list. This is difficult actually. Five things is
Yeah.
like
You will see after five. You pick one.
lol. Okay, fine. Pick one is yeah, I've always said it. Like your range of interest is insane. First of all, so it can be like from music to books to geography to scuba to India to anything. Like it can be anything. There's no
Yeah.
limit to, like, okay, this person likes this. Like there's no. That is one thing, and this is also related to. Okay, saying the second one, but they're related. Like the second one is that you genuinely want to know. Like they say this thirst for knowledge, right? It sounds like a very deep thing, but it's very true. Like I feel like you genuinely have that, and people say that they want to, but they don't do much about it. I feel like I'm in one of those who are like, yeah, we'll see or something. Like I tend to get distracted from that, but you genuinely want that. So the amount of books or the research that goes behind this is insane because you
Yeah.
always want to know, and that's
Yeah.
awesome. And again, it's about everything. There's no limit to like one particular genre or aspect of life. It's everything. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, that is true. That I want to like. In fact, that is one problem of mine that I want to know everything. And like I can't understand how people can pick one thing and be happy with it. And depth is
Yeah.
important, I agree. But like for me, I just want to know everything and do everything. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's a top
Okay.
quality, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
The
Second.
second thing which I like about you is that you really show care for people.
Mm.
It's like not in actions, but you like try to understand them and figure them out, and then try to say things and give them things which they need at that moment, especially when they're sad. And oh, okay, oh, this is the third point actually. When I was not going through good times and stuff, you knew not to poke it, and then
Mm.
you, like not to take it personally also. That I was just talking about this with another friend of mine, and he was arguing that if you can't tell somebody something, then they're not close friends. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like,
Not true.
close closeness is not dependent on how much you share with someone. Like
Yeah.
because I didn't tell you a lot of things for a long time, and you never took it
Yeah.
personally, and you just understood that it's my thing, and then didn't consider me to be a bad friend because I was not sharing something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know how to give
Yeah.
space to people, and take care of them in the way that they need, like automatically.
Oh,
So yeah, you're caring and
yeah.
understanding.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember initially, though, I did try to be like, I tell no, it's not more, it was not more about like what's going on. It was more about who doesn't like to know
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I
Everyone
was
is
like,
curious, of course.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was very curious and I'm like, why isn't this one telling? But yeah, I realized that you wanted to, be
yeah,
left to
yeah,
yourself. Because even
yeah.
I'm like that. If you push too much, then you'll snap, dude. So it's like,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah,
okay. Let her
yeah,
do her thing.
yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, my turn. So there's again, I can't come up with like list like that. There's so
I
many
know that
things.
we
There's
already
so
did
many
three,
things.
three each almost.
Yeah, there's so many things.
Two more. Okay, let's
Mm.
see.
Yeah, I feel like I always feel like I don't have this again that's going to be related like I feel like I don't have an adequate enough of excitement towards things
Mhm.
like you told right you had this insane bucket list or like I remember like you again you say these things but you don't do it but you actually had like a very detailed plan of what you wanted to do so I feel like that's important like we've spoken
Yeah,
about this also I used to say that I say I love badminton but I hadn't played badminton in months or like even 2 years initially when we started working. So I feel like at some point that's not fair. So like you just say things because you're like, yeah, but sometimes it takes work, it takes effort to um, put into. So it's not very easy. So yeah, I feel like if you can push yourself enough to actually live by these words, I'm not saying you have to do it every day, obviously. But yeah, when you say something, you should mean it in the most real sense in
right.
the
Yeah,
deepest sense.
yeah,
I'm not saying I was lying, but yeah, you just implement it. So
yeah.
yeah,
But these things, I feel like it's very normal. Everybody does that. I mean,
no,
people say,
I
people
remember
do.
you had those. They were almost vision boards, right? I remember
Yeah,
those chats. They were
yeah,
so cute. Like I would
yeah,
have been like, yeah, okay. Like I would have been like, meh about it. Uh, but
yeah,
yeah, that
yeah.
is a good
No, but
quality.
yeah, but giving up on hobbies as you become an adult, that happens with a lot of people.
Hmm.
Yeah, and we should try to keep going, but it's okay. Like
No, see,
you can
even
say that you like badminton even if you're not actively playing it all the time. So liking and
but
doing
honestly,
it's fine.
nothing was stopping me from doing that. So it's not
I
like
know, I know.
So
Yeah,
again, that's where the point comes. If you're saying you love something, you're not doing it. Meanwhile, you're not even happy with what you are doing. Then what is stopping you? Like you
yeah,
should
yeah,
do something about it.
yeah. But
Um,
I think this is a very common problem, and everyone goes through it. Like even me, like
hmm,
I used to say that I love reading and all that, but I hadn't read in a long, long time,
yeah,
especially. And only recently I started like give up
yeah,
on Netflix and try hard to
yeah. That's
read
true. But yeah, phases.
it.
But I feel like yeah, that's true. But even something as simple as say sunsets or
Yeah, yeah, I
fireworks.
love
Yeah, that's the thing.
that.
I feel like you express it more or something. Maybe I don't know. But for me, I never, nothing invokes that much of a response where I'm like, oh my god, that's like no, it's just different. I think. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, wanting
Cool.
something and having a legit list of things is awesome, dude. I've never done that. I've never sat down and been like, you know what, this is I want to do. I've never had that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Cool.
that's a good quality.
Yeah. And your good quality is like, okay, this is something which we already talked, right? Like you are very self-aware and you're always trying to be
Hmm.
better and then try, and especially during COVID and all, you really went for it, which was so good. Like it didn't matter how hard it was or how bad it made you feel and all of that. So you like
Hmm.
completely went to do a change in your life. So that was great. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was
So
difficult.
it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm proud of you. And you did do have a change. And I feel like you're still continuously trying to like think
Hmm.
and then search and
Uh,
yeah, basically self-awareness and growth. Yeah,
yeah.
which is nice. Yeah.
I can say that about you also, but I won't. Let's have another thing. Yeah, okay. I like this where you are like I know that you are an emotional person and that you feel deeply, but you are also a very like logical and a practical person. I feel like that's a good balance to have, because so many times I just let the emotions like overrule, and I'm like, okay, can't do a shit about it or something. But you are still pretty like logical, and you're like, there is a real like tangible solution to this. Not everything is, array, that's it now, over. It's not like that. So yeah, I feel like it's a good mix of both, because
Yeah.
I don't know why. Again, I find it stupid when people are like emotional means irrational. That's not the case. But you are, that's what I meant, you are both, you are logical also, more than I would like to be, I think. So yeah, that is a good moderation of both.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back my emotional feels also to the same level as my logic, but it's
Yeah.
okay. It works. Right now, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. And for you, I was going to say the same thing that I like the fact that you were always, like, throughout, unapologetically open and emotional. Like,
Hmm.
you're very open with your emotions and expressive.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, how did she do that? And
Hmm.
yeah, you felt deeply and showed it deeply, and it was very open. So I like that. It's yeah, I really admired that. I was like, oh, she just feels and she expresses, and it works.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's very healthy also because you are able to process and understand and know, and also other people around you get to understand you better because when you show emotions, it's like you're being vulnerable, so you're able to.
Hmm.
They also get it. They also understand exactly what it means. So
Right.
yeah, so I was like always respectful of that, and I think you're continuing that. Like you, it hasn't.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe you have understood more of like real world and logic and all that, but you are still not jaded, as in you still
Hmm.
have openness to
Yeah.
emotions. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, mm,
Yeah. The critical side of me would say it is more like entitlement, because I'm like, give me what I want.
no,
But yeah, yeah.
no, but
No,
that's
but
also powerful. You should be able to, which is cool.
mm,
It's like, yeah, I deserve it. You know that, and you express that, and you get it. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's like not a bad thing sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember talking to one of our other friends about this, being like, how are you not bothered by that? Is my question all the time, by the way, to everybody. I'm like, how are you not bothered? Because it feels like I'm the only one who is like, how dare they, or how dare whoever. And she's like, "Arey, people are bothered. They just don't say it, or like don't express it, maybe." So I'm like, why? But that is so that's such an involuntary reaction for me. I'm like,
Ah, yeah, and that also like similar that you stand up for others also along with yourself.
uh,
Like you stand up for yourself and for others because you
uh,
feel for them and then you
oh
express
yeah,
for them
lol.
also. This is like so cool. Like you should be a leader kind of. Uh,
Okay, right.
yeah, but don't start revolts
Oh.
and all. Right?
Yeah, I'd be more of a like a like I was talking the other day. So recently at my work also, these there are a couple of new people. So our team is like kind of restructuring all that, and they are like, oh, you are like the union leader type of person. But yeah, basically that's what I meant. It comes back to the my motto is basically like "Hamari मांगे puri karo," give what I want, what I deserve. It sounds
Great, which
toxic,
is
but
great. No, it's not toxic.
yeah.
It is great. It's like you
Huh.
naturally have this. So many people have to like work and get to this point. So you just automatically like, yeah, I deserve this and I need it. So I'm
Hmm.
asking for it, whether you give or not. Like, it's
Haha, that is a separate, so I can't
yeah,
control. But yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Aw, thanks, dude.
Very full respect to it, full respect.
Array, Max, for you also.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so many common things that in us that I love. There are too many to
yeah,
count. But we at our core, we are like empaths, so we can feel the energy in a room. Like if someone is feeling something, even if they don't know it, we'll be like, "Are you this?" And they're always going to be shocked by it sometimes, because they're like, "What the hell? Like I didn't say
I
anything." I'm
I
like,
know, right?
"You don't have
Yeah.
to, bro." Yeah.
So many times we have asked questions which people are like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's true.
And then
So,
and then the story pours out. by itself, and we were also good
Oh, I
listeners,
remember.
so
This
it
I
just
used to really be jealous of you for though. In college, I remember you're like, this person came and told me like this much, and I'm like, how did you like get them to do that? That was impressive. I'm like, whoa, but I think now I understand.
yeah,
Now I'm like, yeah, now I got it. Yeah,
yeah,
we're good listeners to
yes,
the point where we are like, somebody listen to us also, please. But yeah,
yeah,
it's not their
yeah,
fault. Sorry. But,
yeah, and genuine curiosity
oh
and
God,
wanting to
yeah.
know
We
people.
don't
Yeah,
we we don't do it consciously ever. We are just like immediate response is that one. It's like what is that called? Factory setting. It's like default setting is this only. You can't change it.
yeah.
Ooh, default settings are important, no?
Mm.
Hmm.
And I also recommend everyone to just start asking random questions to their friends. Like you will be surprised how much people just want to tell you and just waiting for you
That's
to
true.
genuinely be curious. I know it like feels weird. I just asked somebody randomly who was sitting next to me in the cab saying like, I mean, it was a
Hmm.
classmate, but
Hmm.
we were not close or anything. Just randomly, I was like, have you ever been in love? Like
Aww.
such a random question, like not
Yeah,
something you'd expect from person you barely talk to,
that's true.
but he just told the whole story. And then I asked follow-up questions, and everybody else in the car was like, what is going on? But it was a
Yeah,
good moment. It was something to
of course.
remember, right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
it was nice. Yeah,
And the best part is like you and the other person felt awesome about this. So it's
exactly.
it's not one way, it's both.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And it's like an instant connection, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Whether it lasts on like has a deep meaning, nothing. But at
yeah,
that moment, it's like you got to know something
that's
vulnerable
true.
about them.
And we all want to feel connected. So even if it's a stranger or if it's somebody you know, you don't really know somebody enough ever, I feel like,
Yeah, yeah,
which is cool. So
yeah,
it's like a book that goes on. So
yeah.
yeah, keep reading.
Ask random questions. Like be brave. Don't be shy about asking questions because magic happens when
Hmm.
you just ask and people will tell you that. I mean, obviously not everyone, but
Yeah.
you'll be surprised by how much people have to say.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Part of the
Mhm.
this podcast plan is also that only, right? It's like sharing what we feel and wanting to listen to other people's
Yeah,
inputs also. So, yeah.
I
If you
swear.
have any questions to ask anybody or
Yes,
us,
yes. I
do
swear,
it.
please, 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 because from the next podcast episode, we're going with the segment of what would we do.
Ah,
So if you
right.
have any questions and are wondering what we would do in that situation, please share. Just to share your, problem. If you want to rant, go ahead.
Yeah.
Uh, our email is on our Insta, so if you want to be anonymous, there also.
Yeah. And
So
also, not just us both answering, other people will also answer. So you'll have like a bank of possible response, and then you can choose.
oh,
Ooh, that would be so cool.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna go with the what would we do, and we'll have our friends come over and talk about different topics, so you'll get more perspective as well. Yeah.
That's true. We should do that, no? Soon enough.
Yes.
Guests on our podcast.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So that's
Cool.
the end of our
Episode
episode.
4.
Oh my God. Yay.
We've come a long way.
I'm so proud. What else in our lives have we like sustainably done for
Yeah, let's not
like
go there,
4 weeks?
it's
Recently, yeah.
it,
Recently, this has been consistent. I'm proud. I'm proud. Good
yes.
for us. Claps for us. And claps for anyone else who's been doing anything consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistency is the key.
Yeah. Small wins.
Okay, cool. We're
Okay.
done now. Cut.
Yeah. Also, subscribe. No, no, don't say cut. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Okay.
fine.
One more.
Uh,
We're gonna film our outro now, which is
ah.
thanks for watching. Please like, comment over here.
Lol. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.